No system, one repulsive sight.
That is so, indeed.
I suppose there's a great deal of disorder in this place.
There is.
Common assault.
It's common enough.
Agrarian crime, no doubt.
That is so.
Boycotting, maiming of cattle, firing of houses.
There was one time. And there might be again.
That is bad. Does it go any further than that?
Far enough indeed.
Homicide, then? This district has been shamefully neglected. I will change all that. When I was in the Andaman Islands, my system never failed. Yes, I will change all that. What has that woman on her stall?
Apples mostly. And sweets.
To see if there are any unlicensed goods underneath spiritual life and the evasions of the salt tax in the Andaman Islands.
I see no spirits here. Or salt.
Do you know this town well, my good woman?
A penny the half dozen, Your Honor.
The gentleman is asking, do you know the town? He's the new magistrate.
Do I know the town? I do, to be sure.
What is its chief business?
Business? What business would the town have but to be minding one another's business?
I mean, what trade?
Not a trade, no trade at all, but to be talking.
Gosh, I learned nothing here. The smoke from that man's pipe has a greenish look. Maybe growing unlicensed tobacco at home. I wish I brought my telescope. Come to the post office. I will telegraph for it. I found it very useful in the Andaman Islands.
Bad luck to Joe Muldoon! Knocking my apples this way and that way, showing off he was to the new magistrate.
Indeed, it's a poor country, and a scarce one at that. But I'm thinking, if I'm to be living in this country, in America even, it's a very old man I'll be then.
So you might indeed.
And it's a great expense for a poor man to be buried in America.
Oh, don't you worry, Bartley fan. I'll be giving you a good burying the day you'll die.
Maybe it's you yourself will be buried in the cemetery of Clymera before me, Mary Fallon. And I myself that will be dying unbeknownst some night, and no one near me.
Leave off talking of dying. It might be 20 years you're still living yet.
If I'm living at the end of 20 years, it's a very old man I'll be then.
Good morrow, Bartley Fallon. Good morning, Mrs. Fallon. Bartley will find no cause of complaint today. They are all saying it was a good fair.
'Twas not a good fair, Mrs. Tarpey. 'Twas a very scattered sort of fair. As they always say, everything I have to buy goes down and everything I have to sell goes up. Or the other way around. Right. As they
Leave
always
off
say.
talking of misfortunes and listen to Jack Smith coming this way and be a singing.
And when I come home,
That should be a good song if I am my hearing.
It's called The Red-Haired Man's Wife.
Oh, that's a song I know. That's a song that has skin on it.
With a leap of a swan, and find myself by the side of the wife of the red-haired man.
Where's herself, Jack Smith?
Oh, she's been delayed with her washing, bleaching the clothes on the hedges she is, and she daren't leave them with all the tinkers that do be passing to the fair. It's not to the fair I'm headed to myself, but over to the 5-acre meadow where I'm going. It's there where I have a contract for the hay. We'll be getting a share of it into tramps today.
He won't be getting a share of it into tramps today. For the rain will be falling on it by evening, and on myself too. It's very seldom I travelled along the road, and the rain doesn't fall on me before I find my place of shelter.
And even if it didn't, Bartley, it is my belief you would carry a leaky pail on that head of yours in place of a hat. That way you would not go without some cause of complaining.
Go on now. Go on at that. Go on, I say.
Oh, look at that young mare, Pat Ryan's, bumping into Shawshanese boats in the dent of the crowd. Oh, don't be dismayed, Pat. I'll help you with her.
It's about time for ourselves to be going home. I've put all that I got in my basket and... Oh, look at there. It's Jack Smith's hay fork he left after him. He'll be wanting it. Jack Smith! Jack Smith! Oh, he's gone off into the crowd. Bartley, hurry after him. He'll be wanting it.
I'll take it. This is no safe place to be leaving it.
Yes.
Oh, look at that! If there's any basket at the fair set, it must be our own.
Get out of here with that. It is your own fault. It is talk of misfortunes, and misfortunes will come. Oh, my brand new egg cups rolling around in every part, and my 2-pound bag of sugar.
What happened to your basket, Mrs. Fallon. It is himself who knocked it down. Bad manners to him. My grand sugar all destroyed, and he won't have his tea without it. I best be off to the store. Much good it will do him.
Where is Bartley Fallon, Mrs. Fallon? I'm going to work with you before we leave the fair. You know, I was afraid he might have gone home by this, for he's a temperate.
I wish he did go home. It'd be better for me if he went straight home from the fair green and never came into this place at all. Where is he, is it? He's going up the road, following Jack Smith with a hay fork.
Following Jack Smith with a hay fork.
To be left deserted by his own wife with the breath hardly knocked out of him.
What is it the whole of this town is talking about? And what is it yourselves are talking about? Is it my man Bartley Fallon that you're talking? Is it lies about him you're telling? Saying he went killing Jack Smith. My grief that he ever came into the place at all.
Be easy, Mrs. Fallon. Sure, there's no one at all in the whole fair but sorry for you.
Sorry for me? Why would anyone be sorry for me? Let you be sorry for yourselves, that there might be great shame on you forever, and at the day of judgment for the words you are saying and the lies you are telling, trying to take away the good character of my poor man, and take the good name off him, and to lead him into destruction. That's what you are doing.
Take comfort now, Mrs. Fallon. The police aren't so smart as they think. They might put the slip on him as in the lynch on. But
If they do get him, and if they do put a rope around his neck, there's no one can say he does not deserve it.
Is that what you are saying, Bridget Tully? And is that what you think? I tell you, it's too much talk you have, making yourself out to be such a great one and running down every respectable person. A rope, is it? You know, it wasn't much of a rope that was needed today to tie up your own furniture when you moved into Martin Tully's house, and you'll bring in not so much as a penny, or a blanket, or a suit to clothe with you. And I, myself, bring in 70 pounds and 2 feather beds. And look at you now, stiffer than a woman who would have 100 pounds. It is too much talk, the whole of you have. A rope, is it? I tell you, this town is full of schemers and liars who would hang you up for half a glass of whiskey. People they are. You wouldn't believe so much as daylight from that you get up and have to take a look at it yourself. Killing Jack Smith. Indeed. Where are you at all, Bartley, till I bring you out to this? My kind, decent man who is as harmless as an innocent beast of the field. You know, he'd be doing no harm at all if he shed the blood of some of you after this day's work. That much would be no harm at all. Oh, Bartley! Bartley Fallon! Has anyone seen Bartley Fallon?
It's hard for her to believe any such
Gossiping that! Telling lies, the whole of the people of this town are telling lies as fast as a dog will trot. Saying Bartley Fallon made an end to Jack Smith, my decent comrade. There is no kinder or better man in the whole of the 5 parishes, and it is a little annoyance that he ever gave to anyone, I swear it. What in the world do I see before me? Bartley Fallon in charge of the police, handcuffs on him. Oh, Bartley, what did you do at all?
oh, Mary, a great misfortune has come before me. 'Tis as I always said, if there was ever any misfortune.
Oh, what did he do at all, or is it bewitched I am?
This man has been arrested on a charge of murder.
Whose charge is that? Don't believe them. They're all liars in this place. Give me back my man.
It is only natural for you to take his part, because you've no cause of complaint against your neighbours. He's been arrested for the charge of murder of John Smith for his very own confession.
Just say such weapon protect us. And what would he want killing Jack Smith?
It's best you know all. He did it on account of a love affair with the murdered man's wife.
It's Jack Smith's wife with Kitty Curie. Oh, the traitor.
Fucking
Wait,
traitor.
To America! You will be bringing her.
Mary, listen to me. Listen to what I have to
Oh,
tell you.
don't say a word. I won't believe a word you'll say. Oh, treacherous man you are.
Shut your mouth and listen to me. It was
Sitting on the Asgard coming into town, and you're so kind and so respectful, and treachery like this in his heart.
Is it your wits you have lost, or is it mine?
And in his heart I urge you, slave him, you sigh and grumble and discontented, and the priests were out anointing you with all the times you threatened to die.
Will you shut your mouth and hear me speaking?
You to bring such disgrace on the parish, a thing that was never heard of before.
Mary, please, just listen to me.
And if it was for any type of fine, handsome woman, but for a little fistful of a woman like Kitty Curie, who's buried 4 foot high and no teeth in her head unless she got new ones, may the good Lord reward you, Bartley Fallon, for the black wretchedness in your heart and the wickedness in your mind, and the red blood of poor Jack Smith that's still wet on your hands.
And the
Jack Smith! I never knew a ghost to sing before! It was happening, Shirley! It's quick! Give me the pitchfork and I will be gone with Shirley forever and always! Lord have mercy! Read Jack Smith, the man that was going to be waked! Is it back from the grave you are come?
Is it alive you are or dead you are?
Is it yourself at all that's in it?
Is it letting on you are to be dead?
Dead or alive, let you stop your wife, Kitty Curie, from taking my man away with her to America.
Aye, it's what I thought. The wits have gone astray on lots of you. What would my wife be wanting bringing Bartley Fallon to America?
To leave yourself and to get quit of you, she wants Jack Smith, and to take himself away from me. That's what the two of them have settled together.
I'll break the head of any man who says that. Who was the one who said it? Was it you who said it? Was it you?
It wasn't I.
Well, who was the one that said it? It was not me. Oh, and then let me ask. Oh, why don't you let me ask him, won't you? Oh, isn't he the pleasant sort of a scarecrow for any woman to be crossing the ocean with? Oh, it's on the docks of New York. Well, he'll be turned with a lie in his mouth and treachery in his heart. Another man's wife by his side, and him claiming her as his own. Now let me ask him, won't you?
Policeman! Put the handcuffs on this man! I see it all now. A case of false impersonation. A conspiracy to defeat the ends of justice. In the Andaman Islands, there was a murder of the Losa tribe, a religious enthusiast who thought exactly the same thing.
So he might be too.
Yes, we must take both these men to the scene of the murder. We must confront them to the body of the real Jack Smith.
Well, I'll break the head of any man who finds my dead body.
We'll call for more help from the barracks. Come on!
Just as I always feared!
Come
If I am to be
Don't you break those hands.
locked in a cell